Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we'll be talking about something that's been getting a lot of buzz lately,
Absolutely.
and that is how AI is changing the world of events.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're planning a small workshop or a giant conference,
Right.
this deep dive is for you.
Yeah,
So I was reading that AI can now cross-check rooming lists against travel arrangements, like instantly,
that's right.
which is something that could take a human team like up to 58 hours.
Oh, easily.
AI can do it in 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's really incredible the amount of time that this technology can save.
Right, and it just frees you up to focus on other things, like more creative aspects of your job.
Absolutely.
So let's just jump right in.
Okay.
How is AI revolutionizing event planning?
Well, I think one of the big things is ideation.
Oh.
Coming up with ideas. So let's say you need a catchy name for your event.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, spending hours brainstorming, you could have AI analyze your goals, your target audience industry trends,
Wow.
and come up with a bunch of different names in seconds.
So it can be your brainstorming partner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. And it can even, help you find potential speakers
Wow.
by looking at industry data, social media buzz, attendee preferences, and even suggest relevant session topics.
So it's really taking all the guesswork out of, what's going to make an engaging event.
Totally. It's all about relevance,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And making sure that the content really resonates with the audience.
So you've got your ideas now, what?
Well, now you've got to execute.
Right.
So that's where AI can really help to accelerate things.
Okay.
So think about marketing your event.
Uh-huh.
AI tools like Jasper can actually write compelling copy for your emails, your landing pages, your social media posts.
So it's like having a whole marketing team.
It's like having a copywriter on call,
Right.
24/7.
Wow.
Exactly. And it can even, analyze tons of data to make sure that your content is optimized for search engines
Okay.
and that you're personalizing messages for different people.
So it's not just about speed, it's about smarter marketing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Okay. I like that.
And that brings us to kind of the third superpower of AI in event planning,
Okay.
which is adaptation.
All right.
AI can actually personalize the attendee experience at every touch point,
Wow.
from registration to post-event follow-up.
Okay.
So, for example, you could have AI tailor session recommendations
Uh-huh.
based on an attendee's interests, create personalized itineraries.
So almost like a concierge service?
Yeah, exactly, like a personal concierge for each attendee.
That's amazing.
And it can also, adapt your content to a global audience by providing real-time translation.
Oh, wow.
So it makes your event more accessible and inclusive for people from all over the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, we touched on budgeting a little bit earlier,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd love to dive a little deeper into how AI can help us manage the financial side of things.
Yeah, for sure.
Because let's be honest, that's a big part of event planning.
Absolutely. It's a huge part.
So how can AI help us stay on budget?
Well, AI can do things like analyze your past event spending
Okay.
and then automatically flag, potential cost overruns in your current budget.
That would save me so much stress,
Right.
so many headaches.
Exactly. And it can even, look at your vendor contracts and find places where you might be able to negotiate better rates.
So it's like having a financial advisor.
Exactly. It's all about making smart financial decisions.
I love it.
Right. And then, of course, when it comes to finding the perfect venue,
Right.
AI can look at your requirements and suggest venues that fit your needs, considering things like capacity, accessibility, even sustainability.
Sustainability. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Because that's becoming increasingly important
it really is.
in event planning.
Absolutely.
So how can AI help us plan more eco-friendly events?
Well, AI can analyze things like travel distances, energy consumption, waste management practices,
Oh,
all of that stuff to recommend venues and destinations with the lowest carbon footprint.
so it's about, making sure that your event is successful.
Yes.
And also responsible.
Absolutely.
I love that.
It's all about alignment, right?
Yes.
Making sure that your event aligns with your values.
Okay, so let's move on to event marketing because this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So we know that AI can write copy,
Mm-hmm.
but what else can it do in this area?
Well, think about branding.
Okay.
AI can help you generate catchy event names, taglines, even design visually appealing logos.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It can analyze trends and design elements that resonate with your target audience
Wow.
and create a cohesive and memorable brand identity for your event.
So it's like having a brand stylist.
Exactly. It's like having a whole team of creatives at your disposal.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Now, we talked about how AI can manage rooming lists.
Yes.
And you shared that stat about, doing it in minutes, what takes humans hours.
Yeah, 58 hours versus 2 minutes.
It's incredible.
It's mind-blowing.
Can you walk us through how AI tackles that specific task?
So basically, it uses a sophisticated algorithm to cross-reference rooming lists with travel itineraries,
Uh-huh.
and it can instantly flag any inconsistencies or potential issues.
Well,
So for instance, if someone is listed on the rooming list, but they don't have a corresponding flight booked,
oh, right.
or if there's a mismatch in the arrival and departure dates.
So AI can actually help us prevent, like, those logistical nightmares
Absolutely.
that sometimes happen.
Yeah, it takes all the guesswork out of managing rooming blocks.
And it makes it smoother for the event planner.
Yeah, and for the attendees.
And for the attendees.
Yeah, everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
I
like
love
that.
It's a win-win situation.
So that frees up time for event planners to do other things.
Exactly.
Like focus on creating more personalized experiences.
Absolutely.
And speaking of personalization,
Yes.
how else can AI help us make our events more engaging and memorable for each individual?
Well, AI can actually power chatbots
Okay,
that provide instant support to attendees throughout the event.
that's cool.
So they can answer questions about the schedule, the venue, even local attractions in multiple languages 24/7.
It's like having a virtual concierge.
Exactly. It's like having a whole team of helpers at your fingertips.
You'll love it.
Right. And, it reduces stress for attendees, and it frees up your human team to focus on those more complex tasks.
So everybody's happy.
Exactly. Everyone's happy.
So beyond chatbots, are there other ways that AI can help us personalize the attendee experience?
Well, AI can also analyze attendee data.
Okay.
Things like their interests, their past behavior,
Right.
and create personalized session
I
recommendations
know that's interesting.
so that people are attending the sessions that are most relevant to them.
Yeah, make sure that they're getting the most out of the event.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing their experience.
Okay, so what about networking?
Networking.
Can AI help us with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Imagine an AI-powered networking platform that analyzes attendees' profiles,
Okay.
interests, goals, and then suggests potential connections that would be mutually beneficial.
Okay, so instead of, those awkward networking mixers.
Right, where you're just kind of like randomly bumping into people.
Exactly, yeah.
This would actually help people connect with others who share their interests or, could offer them valuable insights or opportunities.
So AI is playing matchmaker.
Exactly. It's like a matchmaking service for professionals.
I love that.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, so it's not just, helping people, build relationships. It's also helping people maybe expand their professional networks.
Absolutely. It's all about connections.
Okay, so let's talk about after the event,
Okay.
because the work doesn't stop when the event's over.
No, it definitely doesn't.
So how can AI help us with post-event engagement?
Well, AI can analyze attendee feedback
Okay.
and generate insightful reports that can help you understand what worked well and what could be improved for next time.
So it helps us learn and grow.
Exactly. It's all about continuous improvement.
I like it.
And AI can also, help you stay connected with attendees after the event is over by sending personalized follow-up messages, sharing relevant content, inviting them to future events.
So it's about keeping that momentum going.
Exactly. It's about building lasting relationships.
So we've talked a lot about the amazing things that AI can do.
We have.
And, it's exciting. It's innovative.
It's mind-blowing.
But I think it's important to address a question that a lot of event professionals might have,
Okay.
which is AI going to replace human event planners?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But, I really believe that AI is more of a powerful tool
Okay.
that will enhance the work of event planners rather than replace them.
So it's about collaboration.
Exactly.
Not competition.
Exactly. It's about working together.
Okay.
AI can handle those repetitive and time-consuming tasks like managing rooming lists or crunching data.
Right.
And that frees up human event planners to focus on the more creative and strategic aspects of their jobs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. It's all about leveraging the strengths of both humans and AI to create even better events.
Okay, so it's about finding that balance
Absolutely.
between, human expertise and AI capabilities.
Finding that sweet spot where they work together harmoniously.
I like that. Now, are there any other AI tools out there
Wow, tons.
that you find particularly helpful for event planning beyond what we've already talked about?
Yeah, there are a lot of emerging AI tools that are specifically designed to streamline event planning and management.
Okay.
So, For example, there are platforms that can help you create interactive event maps,
Wow.
design engaging event websites,
That's cool.
even manage event registration and ticketing.
So the possibilities are really endless.
They really are. It's an exciting time to be in the event industry.
Yeah, it is, but it can also be a little overwhelming,
Oh, absolutely.
because there's so much out there.
Right.
So for event professionals who are just starting to explore AI,
Hmm.
what advice would you give them?
I would say start by identifying your biggest pain points.
Yeah.
What are the tasks that take up the most time or cause the most headaches?
Right. And then start exploring AI tools that are designed to address those specific challenges.
Start small.
Start small.
Focus on solving one problem at a time.
Exactly.
And then gradually you can incorporate more AI tools as you become more comfortable with the technology.
Yeah, it's a journey, right?
It is a journey.
It's not a destination.
And it's constantly evolving.
It is.
Yeah.
So
You got to stay informed.
you got to stay informed.
Got to stay up to date on the latest trends.
So, yeah, it's an exciting time to be in the event industry.
It really is.
With AI as our co-pilot,
our trusty sidekick.
we can really push the boundaries of creativity
Absolutely.
and innovation.
And, create truly extraordinary event experiences.
But it's important to remember that
What's that?
the human element
Yes.
is still at the heart of any great event.
Absolutely. It's all about human connection.
Yeah, because AI can, help streamline things, personalize things, gather data, but it's the human interactions, the shared laughter,
Yeah.
the energy of a live audience that really makes events special.
It's that intangible magic that you can't replicate with technology.
Exactly.
So you got to find that balance.
So as we kind of wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
the main takeaway is that AI can be an incredible asset for event professionals.
No doubt about it.
It can help us save time,
Mm-hmm.
make smarter decisions, personalize experiences, and even make our events more sustainable.
It's a game changer.
It is a game changer.
So sure.
And as AI continues to evolve,
Right.
we can expect even more innovative applications that are going to transform the industry.
Absolutely. The future is bright.
It is, but it's up to us
Mm-hmm.
to use it wisely and ethically,
Couldn't agree more.
to create events that are not only successful,
Yes.
but also meaningful and impactful.
Well said.
All right, so we'll take a quick break and be back in a few minutes to continue our deep dive into AI and event planning.
Sounds good. It's a game changer for sure.
So, we've talked a lot about those repetitive tasks and, freeing us up to be more creative.
Right.
But what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, think about all those hours you spend, crunching numbers and creating spreadsheets.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Right, exactly.
Dear.
Those are the tasks that AI can take off your plate.
Okay.
So you can focus on things like, designing the overall event experience,
Right.
coming up with creative themes,
Yeah.
curating engaging content.
Okay, so it's about, really thinking about the big picture
Exactly. It's about being strategic and visionary.
and letting AI handle the details.
Exactly. Let the machines do what they do best.
And then we can focus on what we do best.
Exactly. It's a beautiful partnership.
Okay, so let's talk about specific examples
Okay.
of how AI can make our events more creative.
Okay.
So you mentioned earlier, AI can help us with ideation.
Mm-hmm.
So can you give us some more concrete examples of that?
Well, let's say you're struggling to come up with a theme for your event. You can actually feed AI information about your target audience, your event goals, your industry trends, and it can generate a bunch of different theme ideas
Wow.
that are aligned with your vision.
So it's not just, spitting out random ideas.
No.
It's actually taking into account what we're trying to achieve.
Exactly. It's understanding the context.
Okay, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about, speakers and content?
Oh, yeah.
Because those are really crucial elements of any event.
Absolutely.
So how can AI help us there?
Well, AI can help you identify potential speakers who are thought leaders in their field,
Okay.
who have a strong social media presence, and who are a good fit for your target audience.
So it's kind of like, doing all that research for us.
Exactly. It's like having a virtual assistant who's constantly scouring the internet for the best speakers.
And I imagine it can also help us, create more engaging content
Oh, absolutely.
for our sessions.
So, it can analyze attendee data, industry trends, all of that to suggest topics that are relevant and timely.
So it's about making sure that, our content is really hitting the mark.
Exactly. It's about creating content that people actually want to consume.
Okay, so we've got the ideas, we've got the speakers, we've got the content.
Right.
Now what?
Now we've got to think about the logistics.
Oh, yes, the logistics.
Right, which is often the most time-consuming part of event planning.
It can be.
But luckily, AI can help us streamline a lot of those tasks as well.
Okay, so give us some examples.
Well, AI can help you manage your event budget,
Okay.
track your expenses, send invoices, all of that good stuff.
So it's like having a virtual bookkeeper.
Exactly. And it can also help you with things like registration and ticketing.
Okay.
Making sure that the process is smooth and seamless for attendees.
So less headaches for us.
Less headaches for you, less headaches for attendees.
And happier attendees.
Exactly. Everybody wins.
Okay, so we've talked about how AI can make our events more creative, more efficient, more personalized.
Okay.
But there's one more thing I want to touch on.
Okay.
And that is accessibility.
Accessibility, absolutely.
Because, we want to make sure that our events are inclusive
Yes.
and welcoming to everyone.
Absolutely.
So how can AI help us with that?
Well, AI can provide real-time translation services so that attendees can follow along in their preferred language.
So that's great for, international events.
Absolutely. Or events with a diverse audience.
Okay, what else?
AI can also generate captions for videos and presentations so that people who are deaf or hard of hearing can fully participate.
Okay, and I imagine it can also help us with things like
Yeah.
creating accessible websites.
Absolutely.
And marketing materials.
So that everyone has equal access to information about the event.
So it's really about, making sure that everyone feels welcome.
Exactly. It's about creating a sense of belonging for all attendees.
And that's what it's all about,
That's
right?
what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive into AI and event planning, I think one of the big takeaways is that AI is really changing the game
It is.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But it's not about replacing human event planners.
No.
It's about giving them
Right.
superpowers.
Exactly. It's about augmenting our abilities.
Yeah. So instead of spending all of our time on, those tedious tasks, we can focus on what we do best,
Right.
which is, being creative, building relationships.
Connecting with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really crafting those unforgettable experiences.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, right?
That's what it's all about.
Creating those moments that people will remember.
Yeah, and AI can help us do that
Absolutely.
in ways that we never thought possible before.
It's like having a secret weapon.
It is a secret weapon.
In your back pocket.
For anyone out there who's still on the fence about AI, I would say
Yeah.
embrace it.
Don't be afraid of it.
Don't be afraid. Experiment.
Experiment. Play around with it.
See what it can do.
See how it can make your life easier.
Yeah, because the future of event planning is definitely
It's here.
AI powered.
It's happening now.
So buckle up and get ready for the ride.
Get ready for an exciting ride.
All right, well, that's it for this deep dive
Okay.
into AI and event planning.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for joining us,
Thank you for having me.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later.